Only 5% of dog owners earn their dog's deepest trust. The proof? A handful of rare behaviors most people miss completely. If your dog does even a few of them, you're already among the lucky 5%. And the final sign is so subtle that less than 1% of owners ever recognize it. Let's find out. Number 1, the right side wag. Here's one your eyes can see, but your brain has never decoded. When your dog spots you walking in, watch which way the tail swings first. Toward its right side or its left? You've been told your whole life that a wagging tail just means a happy dog. That's barely half the truth. And the half nobody mentions is the direction. If it leans right, that's not random. Researchers in Trieste, Italy, discovered something almost no owner knows. A tail wagging harder to the right signals positive emotion, happiness, approach, love, while a left lean signals unease. The two halves of your dog's brain split the job, and joy lives on the right. So your dog isn't just wagging at you, it's wagging in the specific direction that means good things are here. A dog that's been let down often greets new people with that uncertain left lean, hope tangled up with caution. Yours doesn't hesitate, it swings right on sight. That right-leaning tail is a needle on a meter pinned all the way to yes, but that's what your dog shows you awake. What it does the second it falls asleep, flipping over to bare the one part of its body every instinct screams to protect, tells you something far deeper, the belly-up sleep. Find your dog asleep and look at its belly. Is it up? Legs in the air? Soft underside completely exposed? Totally limp? You probably figure it's just cooling off or sprawled out comfy. Comfort barely scratches the surface of what's happening. That belly holds every organ that keeps your dog alive, and every instinct in its DNA screams protect it. A dog that sleeps belly up near you has switched that instinct all the way off. It has decided, on a level older than thought, that nothing bad reaches it while you're around. You've become the roof over its head. Watch a dog in a shelter sleep sometime. Curled tight, back to the wall, belly hidden, braced. That's the default for an animal that's been let down. Belly up is what safe looks like. That exposed belly is your dog sleeping with the front door unlocked because it knows who's standing watch. And the moment it wakes up, that same trust turns into a shadow. One that follows you into the one room you'd expect any dog to finally leave you alone. The bathroom shadow. You get up, you walk to the bathroom, and there it is. Your dog following you, parking itself outside the door like you might need backup in there. Easy to write this off as clingy. But clingy is exactly the wrong word, and here's the line that separates it from the truth. A clingy dog panics when you're out of sight. A connected dog just prefers you in sight. Your dog isn't following because it's terrified to be alone. It proved it's fine alone every time you left the house. It follows because, given the choice, being near you is simply where it wants to be. That's preference, not panic. The anxious dog follows out of fear. Your dog follows out of love, and the difference is whether it can also be calm without you. Yours can. It just doesn't want to. That bathroom shadow is a best friend who'd rather wait by the door than spend 2 minutes in another room. But following you is quiet devotion. The next thing flips that completely. It's loud, goofy, and your dog only ever offers it to the ones it sees as true equals. The playbow. Front legs down, butt in the air, tail going, eyes locked on you with a goofy open mouth. The playbow. You'd read that as a simple, "Come on, let's play." It's actually a verdict on exactly where you rank in your dog's world. Dogs do this with each other, sure. But when your dog aims one specifically at you, choosing you as a playmate, not a leader, not a food machine, a playmate, it's offering you the most equal, most joyful invitation in its whole repertoire. Play only happens when an animal feels completely safe. A stressed dog cannot play, full stop. So that bow is a status report. Everything in here is good, and I want to share the fun with you. The dog that's still bracing for the next bad thing has no playful bow to give. Joy is the first thing fear takes and the last thing trust gives back. That bow is your dog, asking you to recess. And how it acts the moment you walk back through the door after hours away. That one fools almost every owner into believing the exact opposite of the truth. The calm greeting. Here's that one that fools almost everyone. You walk in after hours away, and your dog doesn't lose its mind. A little tail, a stretch, A calm hello, and it settles. And you think, maybe it doesn't miss me that much. Dead wrong. That frantic, screaming, bouncing off the walls greeting people brag about? That's often anxiety, not love. A dog so flooded with stress while you're gone that your return bursts the dam. The calm greeting is the opposite. It's a dog whose nervous system never spiked because it never truly doubted you were coming home. Psychologists call that a secure base. Your absence is a pause to your dog, not an abandonment. The dog that screams is relieved. The dog that simply smiles and leans in is certain, and certainty is rarer than relief. Speaking of leaning, there's a specific way your dog uses its body weight that's basically a confession. The full body lean. You're standing in the kitchen, your dog walks over and just drops its entire weight against your legs. Doesn't look up. Doesn't ask for anything. Just leans. You'd assume it's angling for a scratch, a treat, something. It's after the one thing that comes with no payoff at all. Pure contact. A dog that does this is doing something it would never do near someone it didn't trust with its balance, its safety, its whole body. It's literally offloading its weight onto you and trusting you to hold the line. There's no treat in it, no game. It's contact for the sake of contact. The leftover stray instinct says stay on your feet, stay ready to bolt. Your dog overrode a survival reflex just to be closer to you. That lean is your dog plugging itself into you like a phone finding its charger. And it gets quieter and stranger than that, and wait till you see what it does when it's worried about you. The toy in your lap. This one breaks people. You're having a rough day, quiet, low, maybe your face just isn't doing its usual thing. And your dog disappears for a second, then comes back and drops its most beat-up, most beloved toy in your lap. Then it watches you. Your gut says it wants to play, that it's bad timing. It doesn't want to play. Watch closely, it doesn't even pick the toy back up. A 2017 study from the University of London showed dogs read human distress and try to do something about it. And what they reach for is the thing that comforts them. Your dog can't fix your bad day, so it brings you the one object that fixes its own. It's handing you its security blanket. A dog that's never been comforted has nothing to offer because no one ever taught it that things get better. Yours learned that from you and is now trying to give it back. That chewed-up toy in your lap is a 4-year-old offering you their teddy bear because you cried. But your dog doesn't always need something in its mouth to reach you. Sometimes it just finds your eyes from across the room. And what passes in that silent stare is pure chemistry. The soft gaze. Catch your dog looking at you across the room. Not staring, not begging, just a soft, half-lidded gaze that lingers a beat too long. Then maybe a slow blink. You'd swear it's begging for a bite of whatever you're holding. But begging eyes dart and plead. These just rest on you, steady and soft, asking for nothing. That look is doing something chemical. A landmark 2015 study from Japan found that when dogs and their people hold a soft gaze, both brains release oxytocin, the exact bonding hormone that floods a new mother holding her baby. The same loop. Your dog isn't just looking at you, it's hugging you with its eyes. And your body is hugging back without either of you moving a muscle. A dog that's been hurt avoids eye contact. In its past, a stare meant a threat. Yours learned that your eyes mean love, and it seeks them out on purpose. That soft gaze is two people across a crowded room who don't need to say anything, and it trusts you with far more than its eyes. Try touching the one set of body parts almost every dog guards on pure reflex, the still pause. Touch your dog's paws, or its ears, or its tail. Spots most dogs hate having handled. Does yours just let you? You might think yours simply doesn't mind. It, or was trained to hold still. But not minding almost always still comes with a flinch, and the real tell is that the flinch never arrives. Paws are a dog's brakes, its escape, its grip on the ground, deeply protected hardware. A dog that lets you hold them, clip them, wipe them without yanking away has handed you control over its ability to flee. That's not nothing. That's an animal that has decided it will never need to run from you, so it stops protecting the option. A dog that's been roughly handled snatches its feet back on reflex because hands taught it pain. Yours learned hands mean care, and it relaxed the one part of itself built for escape. Those still paws in your hands are a clenched fist that finally opened. And there's a moment that tests that trust harder than any other. The exact second you walk out the door and leave your dog behind. the peaceful goodbye. This one you have to catch right as you leave. Crack the door, step out, and glance back at your dog. Is it fine? Watching you go, maybe a little disappointed, but not spiraling, not barking, clawing, screaming. A dog that stays calm while you walk out sounds like one that couldn't care less whether you go, right? It's the dead opposite. That calm goodbye is the flip side of the calm hello, and together they're the gold standard. Your dog watching you leave in peace means it has fully internalized one belief. You always come back. It's not bracing for abandonment, because abandonment isn't in its model of you anymore. You rewrote that. The dog that's been left before falls apart at the door, because for it, goodbye once meant forever. Yours knows goodbye is just, see you soon. You taught it that, one return at a time. That peaceful goodbye is a trust so complete it doesn't even flinch at the door. But even the most secure dog feels stressed sometimes, and what it does in the very next second proves it resets right there beside you. The shakeoff. Catch this after something mildly stressful. A tense moment, a loud knock, a scolding that's already over. Your dog does a full body shake, ears flapping like it just climbed out of a lake, except it's bone dry. You'd assume it's just shaking off loose fur or a passing itch. It's doing something far more deliberate than that. That shakeoff is your dog hitting reset, physically shedding the leftover stress, shaking its nervous system back to baseline. And here's the part that matters. It does it freely, right next to you, because it feels safe enough to let the tension go in your presence. It's not holding the stress in, it's flushing it out, in the open, because you're the calm it resets toward. The dog that can't trust never fully shakes off. It carries every tense moment forward, stacked up, because nowhere ever felt safe enough to release. That dryland shake is your dog wringing itself out like a towel and starting clean. And then there's the sound it saves only for you. The private voice. You know the noise. Not a bark, not a whine. That low, grumbly, almost words groan your dog makes when it flops down next to you or when you start a conversation with it. The one that sounds like it's answering. It sounds like a complaint, like it's nagging you for something. It's asking for nothing at all. It's just talking. Pay attention to who gets that sound. Strangers don't. Guests don't. You do. Dogs develop private vocabularies with their favorite humans. A handful of sounds that mean nothing in dog language and everything in yours. Your dog invented a way to talk that only works on you, and it uses it because somewhere along the way, it learned you actually listen back. A dog nobody ever talked to stays silent or only barks in alarm. Conversation is a thing you taught it was worth having. That grumbly little groan is an inside joke that only the two of you understand. And talk isn't the only intimate thing it saves for you. There's a small, deliberate gesture it offers that quietly files you somewhere most humans never reach. The good night lick. A few soft licks on your hand, your arm, your face. Then it stops. Not frantic, not begging for anything. Just a couple. Deliberate. And done. Everyone repeats the same lazy explanation. Dogs lick because your skin tastes salty. Salt doesn't explain why it stops after two. That's not your dog tasting you. In a pack, grooming each other is a bonding ritual reserved for family, a way of saying you're mine and I'm taking care of you. When your dog grooms you, it has filed you under family, not owner. You got promoted past the leash and the food bowl, all the way into the inner circle that dogs only share with their own. The dog that's been alone has no one to groom and no one to groom it. The ritual dies without a bond to carry it. Those few soft licks are a goodnight kiss from someone who counts you as theirs. And because you're theirs, your dog tracks you even when you're nowhere in sight, counting down to your return on a clock it shouldn't even have. Waiting at the window. Ask anyone who's home before you do, and you might hear it. Your dog goes to the window at almost the exact minute you usually come home. Not when it hears your car. Before that. On a timer, no one's set. Your first explanation is that it heard your engine or caught your scent on the breeze. But there's nothing yet to hear, nothing yet to smell. Your car is still streets away. Your dog has no clock. What it has is you, etched so deeply into the rhythm of its day that its own body counts down to your return. It feels the light change, the quiet shift, the shape of the hours, and somewhere in there a feeling rises. They're coming back now. So it goes to the glass and waits for a door that hasn't opened yet, watching the empty street for the one face that makes the whole day make sense. The dog that was left behind learned to stop waiting at windows because the watching only ever ended in nothing. Yours still waits, because with you, the watching always pays off. That dog at the window is someone glancing at the clock all afternoon, counting the hours until you're home. You're not part of your dog's day. You're the part it builds the rest of the day around. Number 15, the guilty look that isn't guilt at all. You walk in, something's been chewed, something's knocked over, and before you even see the damage, your dog is already doing it. Head low, ears back, eyes wide, body shrinking toward the floor. You call it guilt. Science calls it something else entirely. A 2009 study from Barnard College tested this directly. Researchers scolded dogs, some who actually misbehaved, some who hadn't touched a thing. The guilty look appeared equally in both. What triggered it wasn't what the dog did. It was your face. Your dog caught the shift in your expression before you said a single word. That look isn't confession. It's your dog so attuned to you that it feels your mood change in real time. A dog that's never bonded reads nothing. Yours catches the storm before the first drop falls. Number 16, the mirror yawn. You yawn, and a few seconds later, your dog yawns too. Coincidence. That's what you think. It isn't. Scientists at the University of Tokyo found dogs yawn in response to their owner far more than any stranger. And here's what nobody tells you. Contagious yawning is empathy. It requires a brain that can feel another being's state and mirror it back. Human children don't develop this until age 4, when empathy first takes root. Your dog is doing something most animals on Earth never manage. The contagion only travels across a bond. A dog that was never close to anyone doesn't catch human yawns. Yours does. Because its nervous system has synced so completely with yours that your tiredness becomes its tiredness, transmitted through nothing but presence. That mirrored yawn is your dog saying, I feel what you feel. So here's the truth. None of these signs let you escape. Your dog had every reason, somewhere in its history or its instincts, to hold a little of itself back. And it didn't. It slept with its belly to the sky, leaned its whole weight into you, and waited at the window for a door that hadn't even opened yet. That's not a dog that simply lives with you. That's a dog that chose you. Out of every human alive, you. Now, I want to know which one your dog does. Drop it in the comments. The belly up sleep, the full body lean, the toy in your lap, the window wait. Tell me the one that made you stop and look at your dog just now. And if your dog does that last one, waiting at the glass before your car ever turns the corner, you already know exactly how rare you are.